Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ben and Jason video cast. I'm Jason.
And I'm Ben.
And this weekend, we went to a anime and gaming convention in Columbia, South Carolina. And so one of the first things though, I had never been to a gaming convention.
And I hadn't either. I've been to a lot of anime conventions, but not a gaming one.
Right, so when we looked it up, what I expected was a little bit smaller venue, I guess.
Yeah.
And when we pulled in,
there was a lot of people there, as you can see. I mean, it was absolutely packed.
And it was at a Shriners Temple in Columbia, South Carolina. So,
which was an interesting location because usually it's at the convention center itself.
Yeah. So, we go in, we park, go in, buy the tickets, then we go through, I guess, double doors, and we walk actually into the convention hall or dealer room, I guess what it'd be called.
Yeah, so the whole room that you went in was one big dealer room. They had 3 guests, and I can't remember who the guest was, but it was a voice actor for Majin Buu was there, from Dragon Ball Z, and the 2 others that was there, and they was in the very back. So basically you're looking at a whole, nothing but dealer rooms. There was really no panel. I mean, there was panels, but they had a place on the far.
It was like a stage, but when we were there, when we started to leave, I think somebody actually came out onto the stage and they started talking.
Yeah.
Probably doing the voices.
Yeah.
I would assume from one of the animes or whatever. I'm not really that big into anime, so a lot of this you could see from these clips. A lot of the toys and a lot of the collectibles that was there. I was kind of lost because I kept asking Ben, what's this one from? And I had absolutely no clue.
I mean, it's a lot of obviously anime stuff. You got your scrolls and your posters, your resin figurines, statues we looked at. Which I kind of wish I'd picked one up, but anyway. And they had stuff like that. And then at the very back for the actual gaming part, that was a little disappointing. Granted, we was there the first day, which was Saturday and Sunday, but you the footage that you took, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, you could overlay this, but the expectation in your mind of what a gaming room was compared to what it's like you ordered a gaming room off Wish.
Yeah.
It's not. It wasn't exactly what, and it looked like people had just brought their old CRT TVs and set up to play games on. It didn't really look like a station.
Which, to that effect, though, that is a thing now, is playing old games on
that
CRT
I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But it looked like that it wasn't set up to be that way. It's like at the last minute they kind of threw it together.
Yeah, so each part of the room, was TV, 4 controllers, whatever was playing, retros. We didn't spend a few minutes there. But anyway, as with most of these things, we got a hall there. And it's funny, it's not a horror hall.
Right, which is kind of, but they did have one little section that was horror, and we did run into a kiosk that was telling about a horror convention coming to Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah, so in September.
Yeah, so I mean, there was things that had horror things and stuff, but we bought a few things though, and we're going to show you now. Ben got a
Venom
a pop.
Got me a pop. Drink it after. So anyway, it seems like you can't collect anything anymore without eventually, even if you're not really into them, getting a Funko Pop product, just like I did with Candyman. I got this Venom Lethal Protector thing. It's based off one of the comics that he's in. It's got glow-in-the-dark Venom slime or whatever, and I really like what they did with this. It's basically taking a comic book cover and a really thick, nice acrylic display case, and then they have the Funko Pop character in front of whatever it is. And so this was, I think, about $20. They usually sell new for $25, I think. And this was the cheapest one at the vendors. I got this one. They had a Batman one I wanted, but I like Venom, so that's what I got.
And that is one thing that I did notice was the prices though at this convention wasn't as high as most normal or most, I guess, bigger conventions or whatever. I mean, now granted, they could have had a price for $60 and it had been a hell of a steal, and I'd have been I don't know if that's good or not, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean that's cool that you bought that. Now, we're at an anime convention. We're at a gaming convention.
Yeah.
Non-horror, not anything really like that
Yeah.
I'm interested in or whatever. So I go straight to the poster section and buy.
What'd you get? Nothing I
From
already
the
don't
old
know.
Back to the Future Sports Almanac. Anybody that's a big fan of Back to the Future obviously is going to recognize that. But yeah, it's like a poster, and there was a huge vendor that was set up that was selling different, posters and things from all genres of movies. So I actually got that from my girlfriend because she's a big Back to the Future fan. So yeah, I mean, I purchased that, and then Ben found this little gem.
Oh, look what you did there. So growing up in the 16-bit era, one of the characters I really liked, and I have all the toys that they came out with it, is Earthworm Jim. And I found this lunchbox, which it's new. It's a new product, but still I had to have it. I love Earthworm Jim. I love the cartoons when I was a kid. Absolutely hilarious. And
Like our episodes.
I know, right? So I got this lunchbox right here. I like the lime green and the black and the old school artwork.
Yeah.
So also as well, before we wrap this up, you act like you got something to say.
No, I was getting all excited here.
Yeah. So I did get a couple horror things. So I'm starting to collect Evil Clown stuff, and at the Dollar General they have this really cool poster of Pennywise. This was like $5, and
Where
at? Dollar General.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was only like $5, and I thought, okay, cool. I was thinking it's gonna be like half this or whatever, but it's a nice poster. I'm gonna get a frame
For
for it.
$5.
Yeah.
We ought to take those to the convention and start selling them.
I know, right?
And double our money.
So there's that, and then I did go back and get it.
Oh yeah.
The Killer Clowns. I got this at Spencer's, as you can see. The Killer Clowns coffee mug, and it's pretty heavy dude. I've used it once, and that'll be the only time I use it. It's a little big of a cup that too big for me to drink coffee out of.
You could pour milk and dunk some cookies in it.
I know, right? If I did such a thing. So that's what we bought, and we had fun at the con. Jason, what else did we do?
So I mean, being in Columbia or whatever, you'd never been there, right?
I've been to Columbia, but not.
We'd never really, I guess, stopped and hung out.
Yeah, it's just passed
So
through.
while we were at the convention, though, one of the vendors had a toy store collectible.
Yeah,
about
LT Toys, something like that.
Yeah, about a mile away or so. So we thought we'd swing down there and check it out. And
that's what I also bought. I bought a Chucky doll there. I bought a classic style action figure. I knew there was something that's in the car. I'll show that next episode.
a little picture of that. Insert that right in here. We'll be good to go. But yeah, I mean, it was a good time. I mean, I had fun. We went out to eat at a nice little Asian restaurant there. Went to stopped on the way out at flea market. And they were getting ready to close. But you found a couple things there as well.
Yeah, I bought Darth Vader. So it was a guy selling old toys. I bought a Batman motorcycle from the Batman animated series back in the mid-90s that I still have the same one I had when I was a kid, but it was only $1. And I was like, well, I'll get it. It's $1. And a New Order Stormtrooper figurine and a Darth Vader one to put with my ever-growing Star Wars collection.
So overall, successful trip, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And while we were there, we looked up other cons to go to because next con is going to be pretty epic, I believe.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
But yeah, overall, awesome time. I mean, we had a great time. And if you went to the con and was there, let us know what you thought was pros and cons. Or,
yeah, and comment if you have a con that you think would be cool. Let us know. We'll consider it.
Depending on the location now.
Zimbabwe.
I'm down. But yeah, until next time, guys, I'm Jason.
And I'm Ben.
Peace.
Later.
All right, guys, just leaving the con here in South Carolina. My first anime con, your first gaming con, which...
They didn't have much gaming stuff at all.
Yeah.
Like, even vendor-wise, they had a game room, and as you can see, there wasn't much to it.
Yeah, so Overall, though, I mean, it was bigger than what I would
Yeah, I mean, it was.
imagine that it was going to be.
The process of this con for collectibles such as the resin statues or toys in general or mist seemed to be cheaper than most. I did notice that the pricing was pretty reasonable for such things. So, would I be back? No, probably not.
Yeah, but it was cool to see, though. I mean, obviously, I'm not an anime person.
Yeah.
I did find, you know, a couple of things, I guess, that we bought. Neither of which are anime, but you'll see that on the actual video cast. So.
Same here. I bought a Funko Pop Venom display thing and an Earthworm Jim lunchbox.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. Noticed that some of the prices, like I said, I got a deal on mine, or at least I thought so. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Glad we came down here and glad we checked it out.
Yeah, and you can see all like from the footage that we took. I mean, it was all in one room or one hall.
The gaming room, you had to go down a hallway and then get to the room itself.
And there was people dressed up.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of cosplayers. And
Yeah,
stuff. So it wasn't like a really small convention, but I think it's probably more popular around here because they don't get a lot of big conventions. So you can see a lot of locals. I do think that we probably drove the furthest because when I was buying tickets and she asked me where we were from, and I said Tennessee, and she's like, "Wow, you came quite a ways to the convention."
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, we got some cool stuff, I think, and be able to display it. But yeah, so this was the South Carolina
Gaming
and Anime Convention. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So we're getting ready to go right now. A vendor gave us a card to LT Toys. We're going to go check this out, see what they got. We'll show some footage of that too, and see what we can find.
Oh yeah. See you there.
Later.